Hi guys, welcome again to Fishing in Switzerland. This is a new episode. Actually, I'm right now just arriving at one of my preferred fishing spots on the Zürich lake. So as you can see, we can go ahead and have a closer look on this. This is the way it looks. This is the famous Zürich lake. And here we're gonna go ahead and do a little bit of spin fishing today. Got my rod, everything is already ready, so we're gonna give it a try based because we have also a regulation series. I'm showing you right now what is actually allowed. This is allowed, but this with the little spikes on it is definitely not allowed, and it's because you can hurt the fish, right? So whenever you fish in Switzerland, you must take care that you don't have these little things on it, or you can push them down so that you cannot hurt the fish at all. So this is how it works, and right now we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put my camera here and take a closer look, right? So why don't we go ahead and just start? Of course, this time I brought the patent, I didn't forget it. Or the fishing permit. Otherwise it's gonna be really great. Otherwise you can get fined. You see that? That's how I looked when I was like 15 or 16. It's a long time ago, but I still have these documents, because once you lose them you have a problem, right? So here in Switzerland you have this energy drinks. Definitely need to have some energy right now. Then we're gonna go ahead and start. So let's see if we are actually lucky and then we can get already a fish. That would be definitely great. So just see. So the lure that I have on it is definitely something small, nothing too big. Just gonna give it a try here, because you have here all around lots of algae or water plant vegetation, which is definitely good. Helps a lot with the fishes. So let's see. First try was nothing. So what I do, I usually fish like clockwise. As you see, I started there from the deep points to the shallow point, just to see if there is something here. Just to check on all of the parts. Oh, you have a couple of little ones, which is nice, but we're still looking for the big ones. Now, as I was explaining, the little hooks, you can go ahead and actually use the little hooks if you have a SANA permit in this place. So a SANA permit is the little blue one that I showed on the regulation videos, on the first one. That gives you the permission to use it, because then you have a proof that you know exactly how to use those, right? So another train is coming, as you can hear. Here it is. So we're actually like 20 or 25 kilometers away from the main city of Zürich. And if we continue another 10 kilometers in that direction, we will be in another canton, so another state, so to say it. In these apartments, I don't know if you see them, they're quite expensive. I'm actually living with my girlfriend, and I must say we save a lot of money, because we don't live like close to the main city or something like that. Because I was living previously in one part of Zürich, so one of the centric parts of Zürich, And I was definitely paying a lot of money for that, which was definitely expensive. And right now I'm paying, together with my girlfriend, 1,850 on rent. So it's just rent. So we're not buying or owning anything. It's just a rent that we're paying. As you can see, it's in the US you would get a house for that. In Guatemala, even a luxury apartment. But here in Switzerland, that's like you're gonna get a really normal small apartment. So we don't have luxury or anything like that. We don't even have a car because it's not worth it. We have such good connections. You hear behind the train and so on and so on, and all of that just comes around. Every 10 minutes, 20 minutes, you have a train going to where you want to go. You have a, how do you call it? A bus, or we call it tram. It's like a little train that goes through the city as well. We have even boats. We have everything here. So it's actually not necessary to own a car. If you own a car, it's just because of comfort and luxury, because sometimes times to travel from one place to another may be a little long, yes, but you can, for example, if you buy a car, you need to pay taxes on CO2 emissions. You need to pay taxes on the car itself. Oh wait, there's something wrong here. Yeah, I did see that and feel it. And it's quite expensive to own a car in Switzerland. And just for the comfort, I rather save the money for that. So of course you can go ahead and lease the car. Leasing is somewhere between 200 and, depending the car of course, 200 and let's say 1,000, 1,200. And that's on a monthly basis, so that's a lot of money. Besides, you haven't paid for your service, your gas, and so on and so on. So having a car in Switzerland is definitely expensive, I must say. Or at least for me, I cannot afford it, especially right now, during this crisis, without the job and so on. So it's definitely not worth it. So paying rent is expensive. So yeah, I have also a couple of people that have asked me like, yeah, Nicholas, but how do you do it? Because you earn like $4,000, $5,000 a month, because that is like kind of the salary, or the kind of the minimum salary established in Switzerland. The minimum salary is actually 3,000 something. But in the end, it's definitely like, after paying all of the things you need to pay, there's not much left, you know, especially if you pay for your rent 1,000 or 2,000. In case you get a really cheap apartment, it's about 1,200. A really cheap one, not in the center of anything, or if you live far outside but without a connection to public transportation, then it's even cheaper. But you also need to have a way to go to work, right? So it can be really expensive. And people tell me, yeah, well, how do you do it? Well, let me tell you that in Switzerland you have you need to pay rent, right? Let's say you earn $4,000 a month, so you need to pay rent. Rent is about 1,200, so that's like 20% of your salary already gone, right? Besides, by law, you also need to pay health insurance, right? So of course your work pays one insurance, but that's just for the working time, and you also need to go ahead and pay health insurance. I pay a really cheap health insurance because here it's by law, so it's not like, oh yeah, I don't want to pay it. Here you must pay it. And I pay 400 300 and something, right? Then I also go ahead and pay taxes, right? So you can go ahead and pay your taxes. Oh, we got something. Ah, little one. It was badly hooked. So you see, ouch. So it's definitely expensive. He can live. Again, housing 1,200, or your rent 1,200, insurance 400. Then you need to go ahead and pay food. For a normal person, you're talking about $600. So a couple, $400 to $700 a month. So that would be already 2,000, what, 2,400. What else? Your public transportation, pretty much depending. I pay like a general overall to travel all over Switzerland without paying anything more. That costs also 300 something a month. So you're already with 2,000 or nearly the $3,000, and then you still have like 800 gone, and you need to also pay taxes. So taxes are also coming by the end of the year as well. So you definitely need to go ahead and save like 200 or 300 for the end of the year. So you still have like 400 left. So it's for going out and so on. And if you go to a restaurant, as I told you before, last time I went to a middle class restaurant where we had a good time with my girlfriend, and we spent 250 for sitting down and having a normal meal, just 2 drinks. So it was really, it can get really expensive really fast. So believe me, you earn a lot, but the purchasing power is also not that big. So if you want to like live good, you must be earning about $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, and then you can probably go ahead and afford a car here in Switzerland. Because otherwise you will not be able to go ahead and have a car. We call having a car in Switzerland is kind of luxury and not a necessity, you know. In the US, it's definitely a necessity because you guys don't have a good transportation or public transportation system. And besides, the distances are so big, right? So it's definitely a must to have a car in the US. It's not an option anymore, it's like a must. And here it's a luxury that many cannot afford. So that's why I tell you, like, if you earn $4,000 in Switzerland, you're in the low class of earning people, because you don't have that much money left in the end. So people say, wow, somebody in Switzerland earns $4,000. Yeah, but that is not a good salary here. Normal salaries are between $7,000, there we go, $7,000 to $10,000. Like if you have a university degree and you can go ahead, oh, look at this one, a perch, nice colors. But she's too small. So it's definitely to say, yeah, I can go ahead and earn $4,000. That's what a waiter and somebody that has no particular education behind it earns a person with a educational background of university, bachelor degree or anything like that. They are practically earning around 10 to 12,000 a month. Right. Grazie. So yeah, that's like the salary bands here in Switzerland. So you can go ahead and come to Switzerland. You just need to apply for jobs, and if a company is really convinced that you're good in what you do and so on, they can go ahead and pay for your relocation. Well, actually, we could go up here so you guys can enjoy the view. You can see the Alps, so the big mountains at the bottom. Last week I was there, or no, 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago I was there, and there was still snow at the top. It was also pretty cool because these are 3,000 meters high. So let me go ahead and show you this. This thing is public, so people can come here and do some bird watching and so on. Look at this beautiful view here. I hope you guys are checking this out and enjoying it as much as I do. That's why I definitely love fishing here in Switzerland. And you see the crystal clear water here, and you see like there is the line of all plants. So if we manage to throw in there that far, unfortunately I come only till here, to half of it. But if we are able to throw that far away, unfortunately I didn't bring my bigger rod to use heavier lures. But that is definitely a good location for really big perches and really big pike as well. Right? But also this part, sometimes the little part here up front, we're actually able to get some perches and pikes as well. Not the big ones, but still like a 1 portion pike is definitely good. 2 or 3 perches, it's also really good. So I hope you enjoy this. This is practically the Zürich Lake in Switzerland, and there is a train coming as well. So we're gonna go down and continue that trip, okay? So we're walking here. I was walking like 5 minutes, and these are these luxury apartments with complete view directly to this beautiful other side of the lake and so on. For those one, that's not for normal living people because they are about $6,000 or $7,000 in rent on a monthly basis. So definitely not for a mortal human being like we are. But yeah, there are people who can pay that here in Switzerland. Hey. Geht's dir? Oh ja, so herzig. So lockig. Schönen Tag noch. So yeah, you did see a little dog saying hi. And people are usually really friendly in Switzerland. Of course there are exceptions. I think everywhere. You guys in the US have your Karens. Oh, look at these ones. Look at those ones. I don't know if you managed to see them. Those guys are really big. I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a try here. Possibly it could work out that I get one. Oh Jesus, they just disappeared. It's not bad. It's definitely not bad at all. It's a good sign, it's a good sign that there are fishes here around. Oh, great, great, we have something. We have something. That's nice. Oh, nice, guys. It's a really big and beautiful perch. Oh, great. Look at this beautiful guy. big, beautiful, and fat. Ah, Jesus, now it doesn't want to go out. There we go, 1 outside, 2 outside, and 3 outside. Now look at this beautiful fish. Really beautiful, huh? Nice, beautiful perch. So, he's free. There we go. I told you guys, this is the best place to actually look for big perch if you actually really are somewhere in Zürich. There we go. Of course, it creates a big mess here. It created a big mess. But yeah. So I told you, it's a pretty good sign for fishes. Because here it's really deeper. Look at that on the ground, there are a couple of those big ones. They're just swimming everywhere around. Which is good. I love it. I love it when the day goes like that.